have your phones, you could begin to go check www.thecitizenswatch.com. So that's the platform that they are going to be explaining to us, and that platform provides all the informations that we need to know that is necessary for um, the record that has been taken. That's in interpretation of these things. We'll look at it together. So would you'll be able to find it accessible on our website very shortly. Please let the media persons share a copy of these documents. I've sent to you. Please. So we have the is standing solidly Clement Isong Foundation Administration. Have the purpose of the review, and then you have key milestones and achievements, you have challenges, then you have introduction and background of the report, and then we have key performance indicator of the administration. We have it broken down into governance and public administration, agriculture and food security, education, healthcare, economic industrialization, environmental sustainability, culture and tourism, youth development, women empowerment, infrastructure development, security management, rural development, social services, cross-sectoral collaboration, and summary of findings. So all those are the coinage of the ARISE agenda. So you see, for the most part, that is how the ARISE agenda was coined. And then we have challenges and we have recommendations, short-term, long-term, and strategic priorities for improvement. So we'll make this report available, so we will not want to waste all our time doing all the reading from the beginning to the end. But like we know, on 23rd of September 1987, the collective dream of the people was realized with the creation of Akwa Ibom, bearing the slogan, the land of promise. So if you look at the leadership trend since its creation in 1987, you have seen that there's a mix of military and civilian leadership. The military era, which lasted 1987 to 1999, the military rule had people like Godwin, Abe, Idogesit Ikanga, Yakub Bako, and all of that. We have civilian rule, which started 1999 until the present. Please follow me. If you're too busy, please, can you get someone else to follow me on this, please? Please, someone, so that this media man can do his work. Civilian rule. So the Governor Moino's leadership style, he has distinguished himself with a leadership style that emphasizes inclusivity, transparency, participatory governance. And from the outset of his administration, he has actively engaged with various stakeholders. His approach has fostered a sense of ownership and collaboration among citizens. And you have things like regular town hall meetings, shareholder consultations. If you don't follow me, you'll be lost too. Okay, transparency and information dissemination. So the background of the Imoeno administration, he assumed office with a mandate to drive economic diversification, enhance infrastructure, and improve social welfare across Akwa Ibom State under the ARISE agenda. So there's a key discussion on his background. He's a businessman, a clergy, and a management expert. So the purpose of the review is to assess progress, to identify patterns, form policy decision, to foster transparency, to encourage good governance, to empower citizens, and to support development planning. And the key achievement and milestones we see is that he has recorded significant achievement across various sectors, infrastructure. In infrastructure, numerous road projects were initiated, completed, which not only improved transport connectivity but also boosted local economy by facilitating trade and movement. Noteworthy projects include construction and rehabilitation of key arterial roads that connect urban centers with rural areas, thus promoting economic integration in the state. Agricultural development was another area of notable success. The administration's support for farmers through the provision of inputs and access to affordable credit, leading to marked increase in agricultural productivity. And this is enhancing food security, contributing to state economic stability. Additionally, initiative to support local business such as tax incentive, streamlined regulatory process is helping to create a competitive business environment. So within 1 year, we're seeing some levels of progress in good governance, in agriculture, infrastructure development, and the launching of an economic blueprint. We also see that the present government has invested in agriculture by prioritizing agriculture in order to ensure that there is enough food in the state. So some of the challenges faced is that the state still relies on federal allocation, which exposes its economic viability. The administration is focused to address the administration focus on diversifying resource. Efforts are made in the area of improving IGR, broadening tax base. Public-private partnership are also being explored as a means to leverage private sector investment for public infrastructure projects, thus reducing the financial burden of the state. In January to March 2024, 266 billion naira. The total revenue, including an opening balance, is 625.5 billion. And the source of this information is the budget performance reports. So the reason April allocation is included is because revenue, which is the FAC allocation in the preceding month. Thus, April allocation was received in May when the administration was born. So there are considerable improvements in IG, because for a state to be viable, it has to mobilize revenue internally, especially considering a volatile global economy. The administration, but be that as it may, the IGR portfolio of the state is insufficient to cater for the state's recurrent expenses, showing that there is still need for reforms like full autonomy of the Akwa Ibom State Internal Revenue Service, optimally utilize technology in tax mobilization, and establish an effective regime to check corruption in tax management. So here we have earning between Governor Umoeno's administration and Udom Emmanuel. We did a comparison of their earning from April to June 2023, April to June 2022. We compared those figures there. So the total RGR earned in Governor Udom Emmanuel assumed office was 20.98 billion, which shows a 193.1% increase. I think we should give them a round of applause. Okay, so we could also say that there's little reliance on loan for budget funding. Although the debt stock of Akwa Ibom as at June 2023 was 199.6 billion. This kept the oil-rich states on the top 6 ladder among states with high debt burden. That is 1.2 billion from direct credit substitutes or discounting facility. Although there's no information on approval given by the Akwa Ibom. So there are lots of reports here on done very well in. For instance, the medium-term expenditure framework, which is a rolling annual 3-year expenditure plan that sets out the medium-term expenditure priorities and budget constraints against which the sector plans can be developed and refined. And according to the Akwa Ibom State Fiscal Responsibility Law, the MTEP must be laid before the House of Assembly for consideration not later than August 2nd each financial year. And it provides that the MTEP must be approved by the State Assembly before 30th. So for 2024 to 2026 MTEF, it was in October 2023, a month after the deadline for the approval that the consultation commenced and later submitted to the House of Assembly about 3 months after the deadline, thus flouting the calendar. There's also some breach of compliance in the proposed budget. The budget calendar set the deadline for October 2023, backed by Section 2, Subsection 6 of the Fiscal Responsibility Law, but this was flouted by the current administration, and the law was to present the 2024 budget in late October, about a month. There are also issues with citizen budgets, which is an abridged version of the overall budget and should be in simplified form so that citizens can see where money is coming from and where it is going each quarter. So the current administration has been concerned in meeting this deadline, though. The audit report, which according to Section 49, sub-council, membership of this council, besides government representative, has the following representative: the Chartered Institute of Purchasing and Supply Management, Nigerian Bar Association, Nigeria Society of Engineers, CSO, and media. Our findings show that till date have this representative. So there is failure as far as we're concerned to adhere to governing principles on public procurement. The Section 16, subsection 1